Steve Pinsonneau, Parliamentary Assistant to Minister Jill Dunlop, Ontario's first ever Minister of Emergency Preparedness and Response, and a member of Provincial Parliament for Simcoe North since 2018. I also proudly represent Lambton Kent Middlesex as member of Provincial Parliament. Emergency management is a priority for this government. It's part of our commitment to protect Ontario. Our government is laser focused on keeping Ontarians safe by strengthening emergency preparedness and response right across the province. It's a great goal to have something that I take personally. For more than 33 years, I serve as a volunteer firefighter. I spent 15 years as an emergency spill responder. It definitely takes a special type of person to run into an emergency, act quickly to protect what matters most. We also know that every second counts and know how vital it is to have the right tools and resources to go on a moment's notice. That's something our government is working hard to get right. It is now my honor to introduce the Honourable Jill Dunlop, Minister of Emergency Preparedness and Response, to tell you more about it. I know she's excited to be here and tell you more about what our government is doing to protect Ontario. Minister, over to you.
Well, thank you, PA Pinsonneau, for the introduction, and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to join you all here today to mark another investment that the government is making to protect Ontario. But first, I'd like to highlight the incredible work of Emergency Management Ontario staff here at the Provincial Emergency Operations Centre and everything that they have been doing to protect Ontario. This group, along with our field officers, have been working around the clock to support our Team Canada approach to fighting and providing comfort to the many communities affected by the devastating wildland fires this spring. Thank you for your dedication and hard work. Under the leadership of Premier Ford, the government is protecting Ontario from all threats, from wildland fires to flooding, ice storms, or whatever else may come our way. During the historic ice storm that hit central Ontario this past spring, I saw firsthand the vital role Ontario Corps played in an emergency. They provided comfort to residents that were displaced or needed a bite to eat, a shower, or simple hygiene products. They went door to door, checking on residents to make sure that they were okay. They provided debris cleanup services, going street to street with chainsaws, removing loose tree limbs, and even supporting hydro crews so that power could get restored quickly. Our Ontario Corps partners consist of skilled professionals and volunteers that our government can mobilize quickly to help communities hit hard by emergencies. I'm proud to announce today that the government is investing $10 million in grants to help our Ontario Corps partners shore up their emergency preparedness and response resources, like emergency accommodations, debris removal, food services, and more. This funding is part of the government's plan to protect Ontario by ensuring communities are better prepared to respond to local emergencies and have critical resources like debris removal tools and machinery, flood barriers, and drones deployed at a moment's notice. The government is now working with a network of 13 Ontario Corps partners, including non-governmental organizations and First Nations partners with proven track records in emergency management. The Ontario Corps partners include Ontario Search and Rescue Volunteer Association, Feed Ontario, Global Medic, the Independent First Nations Alliance, Ontario 211, Radio Amateurs of Canada, the Salvation Army, Team Rubicon Canada, and our newest partners, Attachment and Trauma Treatment Centre for Healing Niagara, Habitat for Humanity Windsor-Essex, the Kenora Chiefs Advisory, the Ontario Federation of Indigenous Friendship Centres, and St. John's Ambulance. And thank you to all the partners for being with us today. Without the help of our Ontario Corps partners, the restoration efforts from the ice storm would have been far less effective. And we appreciate the much-needed support they are currently providing for people who had to evacuate due to the wildland fires right now. When emergencies like the ice storm or wildland fires hit, getting boots on the ground quickly can make all the difference in ensuring life-saving actions are taken. Ontario Corps is an important piece of the province's emergency management framework and our commitment to protect Ontario. If you're interested in volunteering or would like to learn more, please check out the Ontario Corps website. We have already achieved so much together, and I look forward to continuing to build on that success. Thank you, and I would now like to invite Tim Kenny from Team Rubicon to say a few words.
Thank you, Madam Minister. Hi, I'm Tim Kenny, Chief Operating Officer of Team Rubicon Canada, a veteran-led humanitarian organization that assists communities before, during, and after disasters and crises. It's an honor to join you today alongside our partners from Ontario Corps, an innovative collaboration led by the Province of Ontario in partnership with organizations like ours. On behalf of Team Rubicon Canada, I want to express our sincere thanks to the province for including us in this important initiative. This past spring, during the severe ice storm, our Grey Shirt volunteers deployed as a part of Ontario Corps' response in Peterborough and Orillia. Our teams worked to clear downed and dangerous trees, restore access for vulnerable residents, prevent further property damage, and support the rapid return of essential services. Team Rubicon Canada draws on the unique skills and experience of military veterans, first responders, and trained civilians, individuals united by a shared commitment to serve. Alongside Ontario Corps, we are working together to build a more prepared, practiced, and resilient Ontario. We strongly believe in Ontario Corps' whole-of-society approach. The challenges communities face in times of crisis are too great for any single organization to manage alone. But by working together, we can ensure no one is left behind. Thank you again to the Province of Ontario for your leadership, your partnership, your continued trust in our work. It is now my pleasure to introduce my friend and colleague, Dan Miller, from the Salvation Army.
Good morning. Thank you, Premier Ford and Minister Dunlop, for your leadership and for the opportunity to be here today. We're also pleased to acknowledge our partners across the government, public safety, and community response who are joining us. The Salvation Army has been serving Canadians in times of crisis for over a century, beginning with our response to the Halifax explosion in 1917. Our people were among the first to respond and among the last to leave, and the legacy of compassionate, community-based care continues today. We are proud to be part of the Ontario Corps Initiative, which will strengthen coordination and improve how we respond to emergencies across the province. This partnership is a meaningful step forward, and we are especially grateful for the Minister for supporting the expansion of our fleet and for recognizing the value of community-based responses. Our capacity has been expanded due to the support of the Ontario government. When emergencies happen, the Salvation Army provides a range of support tailored to local needs, from food and hydration to emotional and spiritual care, housing support, clothing, and long-term recovery assistance. The Salvation Army is unique because we're already embedded into communities across Ontario, which allows us to respond quickly when disaster strikes and remain present to support every recovery long after the immediate crisis has passed. This collaboration reinforces the importance of a coordinated emergency response system, and we are committed to working together with the Government of Ontario and our Ontario Corps partners to ensure Ontarians have the support they need when and where they need it most. Thank you for your trust and partnership. We look forward to continuing the important work together. Welcome back.
Thank you. And that wraps up our announcement. If there's any questions, I'll turn over to Brooke.
Today's announcement.
Well, today we are announcing $10 million for our Ontario Corps partners. As you can see, we have many of our partners joining us here today. We have 13 Ontario Corps partners, and I just want to thank them for the incredible work that they are doing. They were there for my community during the ice storm as a brand new minister when it hit the Orillia area. So I got to see firsthand many of our partners in action. They've also been helping with evacuations, with the flooding, and with wildland fires as well.
News. The company Nextdoor Canada is launching an emergency alert function for their app to notify users of disasters and safety concerns happening in their areas. What are your thoughts of a private company like Nextdoor being a major source of information for citizens during emergency situations when they need timely and accurate information?
Well, I know many of our municipalities, and I have met with municipalities who are doing their own emergency alert systems. We work with our own system here in the province that allows our PEOC to have a response to that, as well as Environment Canada and the OPP. So that's what we're working with right now. But I know some of our municipalities are doing their own and working through those struggles at times.
Just a quick follow-up. So my question was more towards your thoughts on a private company having that sort of information and access. What are your thoughts on that? Not that it's a municipality or government, but a private company.
Well, I mean, my priority is ensuring that if there is an emergency, that information is getting to residents as quickly as possible. And when an emergency arrives, as we saw in Mattawa recently with the winds and the flooding, we want to ensure that accurate information is getting to those residents.
That concludes media. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Everyone.